Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Mind Runner Studio. My name is Tyler, and today we are talking about one of the most highly anticipated movies of the year, and that is Jordan Peele's Nope, directed by Jordan Peele. And a lot of people were looking forward to this because Jordan Peele. Um, I was and I wasn't. I was because it's Jordan Peele. And Get Out is one of my favorite horror movies ever, as it is AJ's.
Yes, sir.
And on the other hand, and the trailer, the first trailer looked really good. And on the other hand, I was not excited because I didn't love Us. I still don't love Us. And the second trailer was kind of a kick to the nuts. And I was like, that's what this movie's about. Okay. But I was still holding my breath because it's Jordan Peele and it's never the surface when it comes to Jordan Peele. That's
Yeah.
basically, it's like Shyamalan. You watch a Shyamalan trailer and you're like, he's
Oh,
got
you
something
know
up his
something's
sleeve,
coming. Yeah, you know something's coming. For
for
sure.
better or for worse. Um, so walking into this movie, I was mostly positive, especially since the reviews have been mostly positive, which I was happy about because I was worried that this was not going to be good. Thankfully, this movie was very good. That's my thoughts. This movie I enjoyed. Nope. Is it perfect? No. It's better than
Nope.
Us. That's all you that. But I thoroughly enjoyed Nope. I thought it was probably my favorite horror movie of the year, which is hilarious because this isn't even a horror movie technically, but by
Yeah. True.
labels. I
Right.
would
True.
consider this a horror movie, especially in
It
the
has.
scenes in this movie. Woof.
Yeah. It has. It does have horror elements. Some strong horror elements for sure.
But this is it's a thriller. It's not a horror movie. You know
It's a.
what? A Quiet Place is
I
a
said.
thriller, but I count that as a horror movie too. So
Okay. Okay.
you
So that
know,
makes sense.
but this is the best horror movie of the year by far. It's better than Scream. It's better than Us. No, well, it is better than Us. Us didn't come out this year. It's better than X. Um, what other horror movies have come out this year?
Texas
But
Chainsaw.
Black Phone, definitely better than the Black Phone. I'll tell you that right now. Texas Chain, yeah, it's better than Texas Chainsaw.
We should have did a black phone thing.
No, I didn't
Anyway.
want to talk about that movie.
You talk about
But yeah, now that I've got my quit, and this is going to be completely, you guys know how we do it, completely spoiler free.
it.
Everything I state in this section of the review will be from the first trailer only. So anything, if you guys saw the second trailer and I don't bring something up, it's probably going to be in spoilers. Also, I know this is early, so if you guys have not seen it and you want to, I get it, come back and indulge by all means. We're doing this today because Asia will not be available until like Monday or Tuesday,
Yeah.
and I
Next
didn't
week.
want to
Yeah.
wait. So
Right.
figured, being that it's not too late, we figured we'd come on here. So yeah, if you went into this movie completely blind, skedaddle because we're gonna talk about the teaser.
Mhm.
Um, AJ, what did you think of Nope? Briefly.
Um. I enjoy Nope. I did enjoy it. There were a lot of elements that could be appreciated by me. I enjoyed the cinematography, the acting was great. I feel like Kiki Palmer stole the show. Personally, for me, Danny Kalua did a great job as well as usual. Um, and then there were some things that I didn't love about the movie. It was some elements to the film that didn't really catch me personally. And I'm sure we're gonna get all into that in the spoiler filled section. But I'm kind of like right there in the middle, man. I liked it. I didn't love it.
Yeah. Real quick, let's run down who's in here. Jason is in here. What's going on, man?
Yo,
And
Jason,
Luke is going on. What's going on, man?
Pronto.
Again, guys, I know you both of you have not seen this movie. Stick around, movies and trains. What's going on? If you guys have not seen this movie, stick around for the spoiler free section and skedaddle, please. I don't want you guys, unless you guys don't give a shit about the spoiler, then by all means. But I want you guys to go into this movie as blind as possible because the spoilers in this movie are pretty big.
Oh,
So
and oh, one last thing. I did enjoy Stephen Yeun. I felt like he was a bit underutilized though.
we'll talk about that. Um, so let's get into it. So Nope is directed by Jordan Peele and stars Daniel Kaluuya, Kiki Palmer, Stephen Ewan, and two other people. I don't know their names. Um, if you know them, you can. He also wrote and produced this movie, and it tells a story of essentially two siblings who are trying to capture footage of proof that aliens exist. That's basically the gist of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, the first positive I could say about this movie, as was the case with Get Out and Us, is on a technical level, this movie is absolutely incredible. Jordan Peele, as a director behind the camera, is just a master. He knows how to set up shots. The cinematography in this movie is incredible. The wide shots in this movie were beautiful to look at. The sound design in this movie was phenomenal. If you guys have the chance to see this in IMAX, do it because I Top Gun is tied for the best, but this is up there for the best IMAX experience this year because that surround sound was insane. The fucking theater was shaking during
Yes,
scenes.
yes, it
It
did.
was
Even
insane.
in my standard uh showing, it was shaking.
It was
So
just
I can imagine.
insane in IMAX. The acting, for the most part, except for really one character for me, across the board was top notch. Daniel Kaluuya at this point, I know AJ's not that high on him. I am that high on him. I I like him in Sicario a lot. I like him in Black Panther a good bit. I like him in Judas. That's my favorite performance
Judas.
from him.
Yes,
You
same for me.
know, there was one scene in this movie where it sounded like he was doing Judas. I was like, I don't know if that's because I can't escape that role or you were just going into it a little bit. I love him in Get Out, and here I prefer him in Get Out because he's more down to earth, but no pun intended. But in this movie he was really good. You know, there's a reason for the way he acts, which is in the beginning of this movie. But I thought he was really good. Stephen Ewan, who I has a surprisingly small amount of um film roles.
Mhm.
Uh he was really good in this movie, and I really want to see him do more film roles. Being that he's not doing Walking Dead anymore, just he can act. He's good.
He can. He's great.
Um, I gotta look up these people's names because I don't want to feel bad, especially since one of these people was really good in the movie. Brandon Perea was very good in the movie also for me. He plays one of
Angel.
the guys. Yeah, he plays one of the guys that helps them look for the footage, and he was really good in the movie as well. That's really it for the cast. There's really only four characters in this movie. I mentioned three
Well,
of them. One of them is in my negatives. Um, the pacing for me, I like the pacing, and this is something that I know a lot of people were iffy on. I like the pacing because of that movie right there, Alien. I this is top three, top two favorite movies of all time, and the reason I say that is because it has a very interesting pace in the sense that it slowly winds and winds and winds. I'm quoting this from Jeremy Johns. It's like a guitar string. It winds and winds and winds and winds, and then when that chest bursts, it snaps and everything starts going crazy. I feel like that's essentially what happened in this movie. It was teasing you and teasing you and teasing you, and when it finally lets loose, it got going. Um, I thought the movie was very well written. Uh, and I thought for a movie that was over 2 hours, it didn't feel that way. When we got to the third act, I was actually surprised that it was the third act. I was like, oh, okay, it's the third act. All right. Um, the score in the movie was very good. Other than one musical choice, which we'll talk about in the spoilers, I thoroughly enjoyed it. The horror scenes. I'm just gonna call this a fucking horror movie because this is a horror movie. The horror scenes in this movie were top notch because even though I don't love Us, it's mainly just due to the writing because the scare scenes in Us were, dare I say, better than Get Out for me. I found Us terrifying at points. This movie is terrifying too. There's a scene involving people going to a place that had me shook and just frozen with fear. And it was just I, I couldn't believe it. And then the payoff for said scene, I couldn't not believe that even more. It was
Yeah.
just it was scary. This is the first time in I don't even know how long that I can say a movie's scary. It got under my skin. It was scary and it was really good. It feels good to watch a horror movie and actually have it affect me. Not watch a movie with jump scares and every time one happens roll my eyes in Undertaker style in the back of my head. I didn't roll my eyes once in this movie. Do you know how good that felt for a horror movie? It's better than sex sometimes.
Yeah.
Um
Okay.
the thing that I really appreciate, this is really my final positive, is that it doesn't this is better or for worse, it doesn't try to do too much. And what I mean by that is mainly us tried to do too much in the sense that it got carried away with what it was trying to say.
It's a little too
And
ambitious
I
for
feel like
sure.
that got lost in the shuffle. Yeah.
Hmm.
This movie doesn't really feel like that. It feels like it has one goal and it commits to that goal. And it doesn't feel like it doesn't make you feel dumb in a way. You watch it and you can kind of grasp it and you're like, okay, that was good. That's exactly how I felt. I know I missed things. I want to see this movie again to catch on the things that I did not see the first time. But as a movie on its first watch, I never felt confused. I never sat there and was like, what is this movie about? Or what is this movie trying to say? I was just like, that's really good. And I rather feel like that than sit there trying to, oh man, so that symbol on the wall means that this relates to this country and this race and that. No, sometimes I just don't want to do that, especially with
Hmm.
horror movies. Sometimes, and I'm glad that this was the case for this movie. Were there any positives that I did not touch on that you had?
Uh, no. I don't think so. I pretty much I had a lot of the same positives, but some of the
Mm,
positives that you had, I have them in the negative category or
the
semi negative
comedy.
category.
We didn't talk about the comedy.
Yeah, the comedy. We can talk
This
about that
was
for sure.
another thing that me and AJ kind of hated in us. We
Yeah.
we watched Us together a week ago, and we were like, Jesus
Hmm.
Christ.
Yeah.
Um, it's not bad. It's just really
Kind of takes
frustrating.
you. Yeah, it takes
Uh,
you out
the
of it a little bit.
yes, the comedy in this movie was very well handled.
Well,
It was
balance for
actually
sure.
really funny when the comedy was there, especially one scene with Daniel Kaluuya, which we'll talk about. Excuse me, which was hilarious.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, that's what I appreciated. I heard the comedy was in this movie, and I was like, but
I mean,
it
it's
worked.
Jordan Peele.
And
You
it was
know you're
pretty
going to
good.
get comedy.
I know it's just how he uses it, and thankfully in this movie he uses it top notch.
Hmm.
So really quick before we get into negatives, caveman movies, what's going on? Your thoughts on Disney and releasing Deadpool or Logan? About time. They implemented that TVMA shit, and there was no rated R content on there, and now it's finally there. Good. Um,
Everybody else
good.
got it on Disney Plus except
Yeah.
us in the States.
Now
So,
we can start adding like Alien, Die Hard. Give it to me, please.
yeah.
All right. I'm gonna start with my negatives because I have really only a couple. There's this one character in this movie played by Michael Wincott. I could be saying his name wrong. Um, I didn't really love him both as the performance and the character. The performance was kind of fine, but
Mm-hmm.
his role in the movie felt very
Surface level.
like not surface level, but like it was a plot device. Like he himself was a plot device because
I
without
feel that.
him, nothing would happen.
I feel that
Nothing would happen.
with a couple characters in this movie.
Um, and I was kind of just like, and then he does something in the third act when I was like, that was really stupid, and I didn't understand why it happened. Um,
I agree.
and my other kind of big, kind of not negative is that the movie doesn't really have a big, impactful ending. It kind of just ends, and they make a decision in like literally the last 10 seconds of the movie where I was like, why did you do that? That was dumb. Um, but yeah, the movie kind of just like ended. I was expecting something crazier to happen, but it didn't. And at a point when I saw like, oh no, it's ending, I was like, okay. There was no
Mhm.
resolution for the characters that were
No
still there. It
epilogue,
kind of
really.
just, yeah, it kind of just,
Hmm.
but I guess Jordan Peele's making a habit of that because that happens in Get Out and Us. But I feel like Get Out, we got a little bit of a resolution, you know,
Yeah.
unless you watch the alternate ending, then you get a real resolution that's not satisfying.
Right.
Um, those were really my only big negatives for the movie. AJ, go knock yourself out.
Some of your positives are in my negatives, so that's interesting. Um, I felt like the pacing in this film could have been better. I think the first and second act of the movie, the buildup was a little much for the payoff that we got. Um, and there's some elements with Stephen Yoon that it slowed down the movie. It didn't really pay off for me either. There's a
I know
story there.
exactly what you mean.
There's a story there that just is like, okay, why are we here? It's interesting
I
that
know
it
what you mean.
happened. It's interesting that it happened, but it's like, what what are we doing here? What how does this contribute to where we're at in the film? So
Yeah,
that's one of the things. There are actually two characters that I feel that are there for plot device and not really impactful to the story. The guy who plays Angel and the cinematographer. I didn't love either one of those characters. I did enjoy Angel more, but I felt like he was also a plot device. He wasn't really impacting the group. Really, nothing he did except one thing that he did at the beginning of the movie impacted what happened in the story and the
yeah.
overall scheme of things. Um, the I think that might be all of the negatives I have. If more come up, I'll talk about them.
All right. Yeah, like we said, guys, we're gonna keep this short because we got things to talk about. So,
Mhm.
final grades. I'm gonna go first because yeah, I'll go first. Um, my final grade for I almost said us.
Nope.
Nope. At this moment is a 4 out of 5. It's a very very low 4.5, but the ending kind of went and it
Mhm.
solidified a 4 out of 5. I do want to see this movie again, and I want to see how I feel upon rewatch. Uh, what's going on, brother?
You.
Everybody's chatting it up. We got to pack the studio tonight. That's what I like. AJ, what is your final grade for Nope, if you have one?
This yeah, I do. This might shock
Oh,
you.
okay.
It's a 3.5 out of 5.
It doesn't shock me because there was a point in this movie where I was like, I don't know if AJ's gonna like this movie.
um Oh,
I'm not surprised.
yeah, we'll talk about the negatives more in spoilers. I keep wanting to get to the spoilers.
Yeah. So, thank you to everyone who pulled up in the spoiler free section. I'm begging you guys, if you have not seen this movie, it won't hurt my feelings if the viewer count goes from what it is right now to 0, because I get it. If you have not seen this movie, this is your one and only warning. Get out, because we are going to spoil this whole fucking movie from the Universal logo all the way to directed by Jordan Peele. If you guys don't care about spoilers, here we go. So, this movie is not an alien invasion movie as we thought it was.
Not quite. It is, but it isn't.
It is, but it isn't, which I like that, because I was a little bit worried if the aliens were going to show up. Movies and Trains.
Like they did on the stable.
This is going to come after the spoiler-filled section, so I don't know if you want to wait and come back. You can come back. We should be done in approximately 30 minutes, give or take. Give or take. Just come back if on the screen, right? If it still says spoiler-filled section, then. But if it says physical media, then I'm doing it. And if I'm showing physical media, then I'm showing it, right? So I was really worried how, if there were going to be aliens, how they would look and how he would handle that. And I'm kind of glad that he didn't do that, because I feel like it would have been a clusterfuck. I feel like it would have kind of ended up like the third act of Black Panther, in the sense that it would have been like really messy, or it would have ended up like the third act of 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah.
Where it feels like a whole different movie.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of glad he didn't do that. Let's talk about that scene.
There were aliens in the movie, in the shed.
Yeah.
Or in the
that
stable.
Scene was awesome. And I'm not even mad that it was a fake out scene.
I knew you would love that. I was like, Tyler, you're gonna love this, bro.
Yo, the thing that I didn't love, well, they're not real, so it doesn't really matter. But when I thought they were real, I was like, this is what these fucking aliens are gonna look like, bro. Are you serious? Mm-hmm. And then when they revealed to be fake, I was like, oh, thank God, bro.
It was a relief to you.
I was like, that looks really bad. But not really bad, but I was like, really?
Yeah. We're doing this.
Yeah. The scene was great though. Oh man, the jump scare when the alien was right behind him. Mm-hmm. I said, "Oh!"
And then the rest of my theater did that too. They said, "Oh, behind you."
I loved. Let's talk about the use of the phrase "nope" in this movie, because it's great. The first one was this scene where he sees the alien. Nope. That was great. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this was a fake out scene, which I didn't mind it. And I like that there's no aliens in this movie. I do, because I feel like if he went big budget and went, what do you mean?
There's one.
What?
It's the
you can say
it's the thing. The thing. No, it's the thing. It's the
saucer.
The saucer. Oh, yeah, that's the one alien.
Yeah. So I'm glad that he didn't go big budget with it. So let's talk about the opening scene. I guess Jordan Peele is just making it a habit of showing these random fucking animals in the beginning of his movies. Because Us did the same thing with the rabbit.
Yeah, with the rabbits.
I knew the scene was gonna come back. I was waiting for it. I was like, how is this scene gonna tie into this movie? And it doesn't really.
It doesn't really. It comes back, but it still doesn't contribute to the overall scheme of things.
The beginning of this movie, like the first 30 minutes or so, I was like, okay, I'm not totally upset that this is slow, because it's letting us ease into it, but it was really the scene where they talked to Stephen Ewan and they had that whole conversation about, the Saturday Night Live skit and everything. And I was like, what the fuck does this have to do with anything? you know, and the scene when they flash back to the scene, while great, the scene with the monkey was incredible. I was like,
It
yo,
was.
this is
It was
crazy.
intense. It was intense, and
But
it was inter.
then
Yeah.
it ends with him fist bumping the monkey and then the monkey getting shot in the head. And I
Hmm.
was like, okay, what what does
I
that
mean,
have to do with Stephen Ewing?
it shows his trauma, but they never really did
Yeah.
anything with that.
And then like it doesn't really affect anything. It doesn't affect Stephen Ewan. It doesn't affect the movie. And then Stephen Ewan goes, puts on a show, and then gets beamed up in the sky, and then he's dead.
Well, the lady that his co-star that got beat by the monkey, was there,
Yeah,
and I don't. I mean, it still didn't contribute to it, but
that's what I was saying.
you
Like it
know.
was a great scene, but I was like, reflecting on it, I was like, I don't really get what the point of that was, other than to have an effective scene in the movie.
Yeah,
You know.
and there was something with the shoe as well. The girl's shoe.
Yeah,
It
I
was
didn't pick up on that at all. I
either.
I feel like that scene has messages in it, and I'm just like, I don't really get it. You know,
I
what I
know
was
there's
really
a
thinking
lot
of,
of. Well, yeah, go ahead.
I
Go ahead.
was thinking of like, oh, well, I guess if Jordan Peele wanted to make a horror version of Planet of the Apes, he could.
He definitely could. There were a lot of references in this film to like filmmaking,
Yeah,
and that was interesting to me too. And they're talking about different shots, the Oprah shot, um, talking about Stephen Yeun as a kid, he grew up on set, things like that. So I'm sure that it has something to do with filmmaking. I'm not exactly sure what.
the
Um,
one that made me laugh was when he was like, "Oh, I only spent time on a set one time with my dad. It sucked. It was Scorpion King,
yeah.
and we had to use camels instead of horses. It sucked." I was like,
Hmm.
"That's hilarious."
That's funny.
Um. So yeah, that and so let's talk about the scene where Stephen Ewan gets, or everyone gets beamed up. That
Yeah.
scene was phenomenal. That
Hmm.
was the sound design in that movie was giving me oof. I was
It it was
squirming.
a
I was like,
it
oh
was a
my
really
god.
good scene. I personally feel like it should have been longer. I felt like the scene got cut a little too short. I wanted to see
Let's talk
what
about that.
happened with the
There's
people in there, and they just didn't
there's
really do that.
scenes in this movie where they do that a lot, and I
Hmm.
don't understand why. There
Hmm.
was one scene with Daniel Kaluuya where it
He
just
was
cuts off.
he was in the middle of a sentence, and
Yeah,
it kind of
and
cuts off. Yeah.
I thought the fucking screen turned off. I was like, what the fuck? And oh yeah, we didn't talk about that. This movie's broken up into chapters, which I like the titles of the chapters. They made sense. They were like
Hmm.
Zack Snyder's
Yeah.
Justice League. They made sense.
Hmm.
But it randomly cut off in the middle of a sentence. I was like, what the fuck were you saying?
Yeah.
Um. So basically, my issue with the photographer, I just, number one, I didn't think the performance was all that great. He spoke in this one tone,
It's
and
like a
I just
monotone.
it sounded like he was boring me to tears. And I
Yeah.
was like, ugh. That was another thing. Some of the lines in this movie, they weren't bad, but they sounded muffled. Like I need to watch this movie with subtitles again, because I saw this movie in IMAX, and there were
Well,
some
the tenant.
times where, yeah, where Daniel Kaluuya was like, it's
Hmm.
like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. He's a man of few words
Uh,
anyway. But
you
yeah.
know, but I want to talk about the aliens. They call them the viewers. I love the name. That's great. I like how he's like, oh yeah, they're the viewers because they're always watching us. And I when they there's a scene in this movie where they talk about, oh, there's three reasons they could be here. They either want peace, they want to invade, or they just want to destroy the whole world.
Mhm.
Like that's it. And when she said that, I was like, I guarantee you the big moment in this movie is like that it's all three. That there's
Mhm.
just like, yeah, we want your planet. We don't want to invade you, but we kind of do, but we kind of don't.
Mhm. Yeah.
I felt like that's where they were going with it. you know,
I feel like the alien or whatever it is,
mhm.
um, kind of got lost on its way home and happened upon Earth and thought it was its home. That's how I took it. And he sees these organisms, and hey, that's food. That's lunch. So I don't think the alien really knew any better. I don't think he was trying to, you know, actively invade Earth. I think he just kind of, or he or she, whatever it is, kind of just happened upon it. And hey, here's some snacks for me. That's how I
What's
felt
going
about it.
on, RL? We thought the movie was good, pretty
It's
much.
good.
We thought it was
Hmm.
good.
Enjoyed
It's
it.
definitely not trash.
It's not trash.
Um,
Mm.
um, I like the thing with the eye that they were like,
You
because I
can
saw the
look
IMAX
at it.
poster and it focused on the horse's eye. I was like, why does it focus on the horse's eye?
Mhm.
And we know why. It's because if you don't look at it, it won't probe you
It'll
up
come for
or
you.
beam you
Yeah.
up. I
Hmm.
like that. That was cool. I liked when he covered up the horse and was like, "Don't worry, it's not gonna get you. Let's go." I like
Hmm.
that. Did we get a glimpse of the alien one time when the people? No, we didn't. We never saw the alien. Which I'm kind of glad we didn't.
Alien.
He's asking if we saw the alien in the ship at all.
Oh no.
Oh,
I mean,
I think the part where the girl was getting sucked up. You saw like some weird thing, and I thought it was the alien, but it might have not been. So you could be right.
for me, no, for me, I feel like the entire thing was the alien. It
Yeah,
wasn't just a ship. It was the whole thing was an
yeah.
alien. So
Especially what happens
like
in the
when they
third
were
act.
yeah, when they were in the yeah, when they were getting sucked up or whatever, that was the mouth. So I
Yeah,
don't. I
you could be
mean,
right about that.
that's how I feel about it, but it
Yeah,
could
I
have
think
a
I think
different
you're right about
interpretation.
that too because that's it. That's what it looked like. It looked like there was a part or something.
Yeah,
So I do. I
that's what
want
it
to see
was.
this movie again. I do. I want to see this movie again.
Yeah.
Um, I thought the viewer. I love that name, the viewer. It's so good. I thought the viewer was awesome. It was an awesome horror antagonist. I loved when it showed up. You know, when it made no sound in the sky. I like how they figured out where it was when he was
Hmm.
watching the footage and he was like, "Oh, that's it," because the cloud's not
Hmm.
moving. I
The
was like,
cloud's
"Oh,
not moving.
that's really cool."
Mhm.
Um, I like that. Let's talk about they painted your house.
Yo.
It's funny. It's funny. I called it too. I
Hmm.
was like, what if the alien sucks up all those people and fucking just and just woof,
Yep,
and
that's
that's what
all the blood
happens.
and guts.
I
I I I,
lost
I
it.
love the view from the inside, where you can
Hmm.
see the blood dripping from
Yeah.
the window. That was awesome. That was an
Yes.
awesome shot.
That was one of that probably was my favorite scene in the movie. I love that. When
Hmm.
it sucked all of those people up, I was like, yeah, that's what it's gonna be. And when you just saw the
Hmm.
blood, woof, I was like,
You saw all kind of paraphernalia and keys and everything. That's how the dad died in the beginning.
yeah. Yes, I agree. That would have been really crazy. That would have been pretty
Yeah,
crazy if
that
that
would have been
happened.
crazy.
So this photographer guy comes and is like, "Oh yeah, I'll help you do the thing. I'll help you get the shot or whatever."
Hmm.
And this spoiler section is really for the second half of the movie because the only thing that really happens in the first half of the movie that's spoilers is the thing with the monkey and then Stephen Ewan and all those people dying. So this guy comes with his non-electrical camera,
Hmm.
and my theater laughed at this when Kiki Palmer was like, "Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you?" And then you get the shot from the trailer where they're
You get it.
going crazy.
Hmm.
That was great.
Yeah.
Oh, but well, before that, we get a great scene. It was the same scene where they paint the house where Daniel Kaluuya comes back
Hmm.
and
In his car, in his truck.
and he's being cautious as anything, and he looks out the window and he sees the UFO and the thunder strikes and he sees the UFO and he goes, Nope, he shuts the door.
Shuts the door,
And
locks
I
it.
love how he's just sitting there, and then he looks up again, and I guess he saw that it was still there, and he locks the door. I lost it. I was like, that is hilarious. That, you see, that's comedy not interfering with it, because I feel like that didn't take away from the scene. That was just showing like, no, he's being smart. He's not being an
Yeah.
idiot. And I liked how when he did all that, the alien was still like, oh, motherfucker, you think you're saving there? Boom! And threw that the decoy horse. I was like, yo,
It went through
that
the
that was
windshield.
that was crazy. That was crazy. That scene, that might have been my favorite scene in the movie. I love that scene. That sequence was great. So this guy comes and he's like, "Yeah, I'll help you get it." This is the start of the third act, basically, which was not indicated very well in the movie, because I
Yeah,
thought
it
it
wasn't.
was like the second act,
Yeah,
towards the ending of the
when
second
all
act.
the things were getting planned, I was like, we about to get to the third act, and it didn't
Mhm.
really feel like that, but it still
Yeah,
felt like the second act. But I knew we were there because time, but yeah.
I saw he was watching some things. I didn't
Yeah,
really
the
pay
tiger and
attention
the
to what he
snake.
was
I
fighting.
feel like that had some message behind it as well,
Yeah.
with the tiger and the snake. Not really sure what it is, but
So the third act takes place, and they figure out how they're gonna get the the visitor to um come and all that stuff. And then this random dude shows up, and I thought this was an alien when he first showed up, and he was talking all
on the
weird.
motorcycle.
Yeah, when and he was talking all weird, I was like, is he an alien, like in disguise or something? Because he was talking like really weird. And then
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh no, I'm from TMZ." I was like,
Wait, what?
I was
I
like,
felt the same way. I felt the
all right.
exact same way. He was
And
delivering his lines so strangely.
yeah. And then when this was probably the funniest part of the movie. He drives towards the UFO, and then I think it was Kiki Palmer. He's like, "Oh, this is not gonna be good at all." And he's like, he's driving an electrical motorcycle towards an anti-electric field. What do you think is gonna happen? And the motorcycle stops, and
Just
he goes,
turns
"Whoo,
off and
ah, doof." And I
flips.
just started, I lost it. I was like, I don't know if that was supposed to be funny or not, but that was hilarious. Uh, so after this, essentially, is one big long chase scene for 20 minutes of Daniel Kaluuya running away from the horse, and they're trying to get the footage of it. Angel gets wrapped in this barbed wire. When he got sucked up, I thought the fucking thing was gonna just like tear him apart. That's what
Mhm.
I thought, because he wrapped himself in it, and I was like, "Why are you doing that?" I didn't understand that. And when he got tore, like beamed up, and you saw like the wood like lock or whatever, I was like, "Oh, he's fucking dead." And then when it came back down, I expected it to like be just him in pieces, and it wasn't. And I was
Nah,
like,
it
"Okay."
transformed
I was like, "All right,
in
I
its
guess."
final form. What do you think about the
So
final form?
we'll talk about that in a second.
No,
So
okay.
Daniel Kaluuya, we believed, is dead, which I was fine with. I was like, okay, I was fine with that, because Kiki Palmer was the best part of the movie anyway.
Mhm.
So Kiki Palmer's like, all right, fuck this shit. I'm gonna, at this point, fuck the shot. It's just about me taking your ass out. So this thing transforms, and I was confused out of my mind. I I was like, huh? I didn't know what, legitimately, I didn't understand what was happening. That you just saw this fucking angel looking floating thing floating around in the
It-
clouds.
yeah,
It
it looked like
looked
a bed
great.
sheet. It looked like a bed sheet,
It did. It
like
looked
a big
great,
bed
but
sheet.
I was like, what is happening right now? And then
Yeah.
she was working up a plan to, she essentially unloads this like balloon floaty up, and she's like, "That's gonna fuck you up," which I found that was
Mhm.
funny. And the
She
thing
had to get
grabs
the
it. I didn't
motorcycle
like the
started.
plan, and the thing grabs it, and then it explodes. Well, not
Yeah,
explode, but
I
like,
love when she drives the motorcycle. She gets it started again,
mhm.
and I love that shot
Yeah, that
of
was
them
cool.
following her, and then she has like one of those Akira moments.
Yeah,
That
I
was
guess
dope.
I guess that's what Stuckman was talking about, because Stuckman said, "Oh yeah, there's a reference to Akira in this movie,"
Yeah.
and I think that's because Jordan Peele was supposed to direct an Akira movie, and then he was like, "No, I'm not doing that because I want to do original movies," which
Hmm.
I ain't got nothing against that. Original over franchise any day of the week.
Hmm.
Um, I was so confused, and then when the thing absorbed the balloon and then it turned back to the saucer, I said, "Oh, okay." I thought it was just like something totally different.
Hmm. It's the
And then
same
when
thing.
it transformed back, I was like, "Oh, okay, so it was just a fucking saucer just transforming for whatever
Yeah,
reason."
it was his
Okay.
final form,
I didn't understand the green thing that kept popping out of it. I didn't
like
really
the
get that.
box thing.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
I think that was just a part of it, and how that's what actually sucks them up.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah.
Um, and then she gets the final shot, which was great. I
Hmm.
loved that. I loved how she was like, "Come on, come on, come on!" Whoop,
Yeah,
boom. That
in
yeah,
the
that was
well.
really
Yeah.
cool. And then the cops show up. I thought the fucking cops were gonna kill her or something. I
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
that would have been terrible. That would have been
Yeah,
a terrible
it would
ending.
have been. I was waiting for. I was
I
like,
was
are they
also
gonna
thinking
fucking?
I was
I was
also
don't do
thinking
that,
that
bro.
I was also thinking like, where were these cops like 5-10 minutes ago?
Oh please,
they just
that's not the
they
cover. Please, please. That when we watch Suicide Squad and there's a fucking beam in the sky and Enchantress is over here doing her hula shit, and the Justice League are nowhere to be found.
yo,
That's where I draw the line, and I'm like,
yeah.
nah, bro. I'm not even gonna ask that question. This fucking big, huge flying saucer thing, which is the size of, I don't know, a continent, is flying, chasing somebody, and nobody knows. I guess that calls back to a scene earlier in the movie where the TMZ dude was like, "Oh, if you look this place up on the map or Google Maps, it's like it's gone."
Mhm.
So I kind of get that, but I kind of don't at the same time.
Yeah, because the
But
cops showed
no,
up.
actually, that kind of makes sense though, because nobody was around. It was only the TMZ dude, the photographer, and Daniel Kaluuya and Kiki Palmer. That was it. Nobody
Yeah, well,
else was around.
all the people went missing. All those people went missing. That's why the
Yeah,
cops came. So I don't know why it's so conveniently they showed up at the very end after everything was over. But it is what it is.
we didn't talk about the photographer, which was this is the part of the movie that I probably hated the most. The
Um,
photographer
Sacrifice
is
for
like,
glorious
yeah,
purpose, like in
the
Loki.
photographer was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get the shot," and he kind of just dies. And I was like,
Yeah,
"Why did you do that?"
yeah, that could have been a lot of other ways to
I
do
like the
that.
way it was filmed, how we saw the shot of him getting, eaten and shit, and then it just,
Hmm.
no, you know, but I found that weird. And I was like, well, you took this character that I didn't really like from the beginning and then just gave him an ending that I don't really like either. So you leave me with no choice but to say this character fucking sucks
Yeah,
and get rid of him.
Angel didn't really have an ending either. It just
He didn't. You're right.
no. We just kind of never saw him
I
again.
wouldn't be surprised if we found out, yeah, this movie on 4K is going to get like the Halloween Kills where it gets the extended cut
Hmm.
because there are certain scenes in this movie where it feels like things are cut out.
It does, and it like deliberately cut out, not just
Yeah,
a deleted scene. It feels like things got cut right in the middle of what was happening.
yeah. And I find that weird because this movie's 2 hours and 15 minutes, which I think is his longest movie, if I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think it is too. Yeah. So I don't know.
Um,
I need to see an extended cut of that scene, the beaming up scene. I gotta see that.
I would love
I
to
need it.
see an extended cut of this movie.
I
Give it
need
to
it.
me. Because I
Yeah.
didn't feel like things were in here that didn't need to be in here. I felt like, yeah, well, other than the photographer shit, but that's in the movie. What are you gonna do? You know. But oh yeah, this was the other thing. Is Daniel Kaluuya still alive at the end of this movie?
He is. Yes, he
I
is.
thought it was her just seeing the him.
Nah, he's alive.
I don't like that. I was like, why did
You
you
wanted
do
Dan.
that?
You wanted him to die.
Yeah, yeah, because it, you know, that when she was like, all right, fuck this shit, I'm gonna kill you. That was like, yeah, all right, let's go. And
Mhm.
then when they reveal he's alive, it's like, oh, okay, that. And when he died, that was a great moment too. When he died, I felt that. I was like, oh, okay, you know.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
don't know. I feel a little iffy about that, and the way they revealed it too was kind of whack. The
He,
dust cleared and
the
he was
dust
there.
cleared and he was there. I personally loved that. I personally loved it. He
I That's
like
why I
was
don't
there
think
like
it
a
was.
hero.
I didn't think it was real because he was just sitting there like, hey, I'm like, so was that real or was that not real?
Nah, he was sitting there like we did that. You know, we were a team. That's how I looked at it.
It could be looked at it as that. Um, did we miss any spoilers?
I don't think so. I think we kind of got through everything.
I'm trying to think.
I don't think anything else was in there that we didn't talk about.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, that is going to do it for the spoiler filled section of Nope. Let me put this up. Everybody can come on in. Come back
Mhm.
on in. Let me put it in the comments that I'm doing. Oh, yeah, everyone came back. Um, so it is time for the physical media update. So yeah, I figured being that we're gonna do this late stream, I didn't want to do a whole nother stream because I have work tomorrow and Saturday. I just wanted to relax. So I figured it'd be fun to do my physical media stream updates right here, right now. Have some fun. And I do have a lot, being that this is from 2 months, because that's what I like to do. I don't like to make them monthly because I don't normally get a lot in a month. This month I did get a lot in a month. So we're gonna start with normal Blu-rays, go to normal 4Ks, steelbooks, and box sets. So starting off with the normal Blu-rays, we got Children of the Corn and Sleepwalkers. I bought this for Sleepwalkers because I've seen a little bit of this and it's honestly hilarious. I will watch Children of the Corn because I've heard it's like a classic or something, whatever. Uh, Drag Me to Hell, Sam Raimi. Yes, physical media time. Hop on in. Drag Me to Hell, Sam Raimi. I got this after Multiverse of Madness came out because I've never seen. That's what's up. Oh, I like that profile picture. That's what's up. Um,
I'll be right back.
I'm glad you liked it a lot, man. Um, Drag Me to Hell, man. I bought this after Multiverse of Madness came out because other than Evil Dead 1 and 2, I've never seen any of Sam Raimi's horror. And so I wanted to dive into his horror. And I've heard Drag Me to Hell is really good. And I'm looking forward to watching this in 31 days. Mr. Jason Carr sent me a couple of these. He sent me the Jaws collection, the sequel collection. This is Jaws 2, 3D, and Jaws the Revenge. Uh, Jaws should not be a franchise at all. I don't know why Jaws is a franchise. But I think my favorite sequel would be Jaws 3D because it's like the most fun. It has the most fun with the 3D, even though it's not very good. I kind of like it. I kind of don't. Jaws 2 is kind of boring, and then Jaws Revenge is just terrible in every sense. Sinister. I've never seen Sinister, and I'm looking forward to watching it. Ethan Hawke, and I've heard it's very good. And this is directed by Scott Derrickson, who disappointed us mercifully like 2 weeks ago with the Black Phone. So I hope this is good, because if this one is not good, then I'm gonna label Scott Derrickson as not a great director, because I don't really like Doctor Strange that much either. The first Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, was fucking awesome. Um, Dude, you gotta watch Army of Darkness. It's so stupid but hilarious. In my opinion, it's the most quotable Evil Dead movies and it's my favorite of the franchise. Uh, Me and AJ are probably gonna watch Army of Darkness in October, because we
Mhm.
watched Evil Dead 2 in October last year.
We gotta watch that again, bro. We gotta watch that again.
The Eye.
Yo. Oh shoot. Anyway.
This one I got because it was on sale. A crazy sale. I would never expect this movie to be on. That's not Black Friday, but Elita Battle Angel. This was $8 on 4K. I had to do a double take when I went to Best Buy and saw this on the shelf. I said, "Whoa, whoa, man, let me come here real quick. You coming home with me?" This is a double dip. I had Elita on Blu-ray, but I figured it would look good on 4K, and it absolutely does look good on 4K. This 4K is absolutely incredible. Um, Alita Battle Angel is great. Take out the love story, and this movie is fucking incredible. And I don't understand why we don't have a sequel to this. We need a sequel to this movie now.
Yes.
Disney, get on that.
Give it to me now.
Now! This is AJ's second favorite movie of the year. Could be wrong. Third. Close enough. Everything Everywhere All at Once, the Walmart exclusive. I was not gonna buy this. Yeah, because I like
Looks
this
nice
a lot. I wasn't gonna buy this day one, but I took a trip to Walmart on the way to a barbecue and we went in for food, and of course, I gotta go. Of course, I gotta go to the physical media section, of course. And I saw the exclusive there, and I was like, oh, I can actually get it. And I'm here. Everything Everywhere, man. I gotta rewatch this movie. I really did enjoy it when I watched it. I was hesitant to go see it because it's A24, and A24 has mercifully disappointed me a couple times in the theater. This was really good. I didn't think it was incredible like everyone said it was, but I did the stuff that works in this movie really, 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 really works in this movie. Next is Interstellar on 4K. Have not seen this movie. This is the last Nolan movie other than Following that I need to watch. Going through Nolan's filmography is so much fun. He is crawling up to be my favorite director. I love Nolan so much. I'm excited to watch this one because this is the last of the big Nolan movies that I gotta watch. Mm-hmm. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory on 4K. I love this slipcover. That's why it's in a protector. It's so glittery and purple and shiny. I've never seen this movie.
You gotta watch it.
I've seen it in part.
But
you haven't either?
I haven't seen it either. I gotta watch it too.
All right. We got some steel books. Which I've been reining in steel books, which is crazy because I feel like I took a break from buying steel books, and now I think I bought like 4 steel books in a row lately. First one is F9, The Fast Saga, the director's cut with more Cardi B in it. So I had my eye on this for a while. I do have this
ever since 4K, it came out.
The slip.
Correction.
Not ever since it came out. As you guys know,
did you see that steel book, the F9 steel book, man?
I don't know if you can see it. I have the 8 movie collection and that awesome digibook set. And so I've had this edict for a while. It wasn't just with F9 because when Hobbs and Shaw came out, I wanted that steelbook to have it with that, but I just never bought it. I want to have all the Fast and Furious movies in like a fancy edition because I have the first 8 in a fancy edition, and this steelbook was only $13, and I had a coupon for $5, so I got this steelbook for less than $10. So I can't feel that bad about it. It's a 4K steelbook of a major franchise for less than $10. I'm not going to complain about that. I will buy the Hobbs and Shaw steelbook one day. It's just I don't really want to pay $30 for that steelbook. That's why I didn't buy this one for so long. This one or Hobbs and Shaw?
Hobbs and Shaw.
Next one is one that I held off on for a while. I don't know why I did, but Friday the 13th 3D, which it's not in 3D, but Friday the 13th in 3D. I got this at Barnes and Noble, which I know physical media at Barnes and Noble. What? How could you? Are you insane?
I mean
Um,
Criterion.
yeah, but as you can see, this was 30% off, and it was actually marked cheaper than it was at Best Buy. I think it was like 13 when I paid for this, and then it's like 15 at Best Buy. And I was like, all right, that's not too bad. I really like Friday the 13th Part 3. I think it's very underrated. I didn't talk about F9, but I hated this movie when I first saw it, and it's kind of grown on me. I don't necessarily love it. I still hate the writing for like how they retcon things in this movie, but I don't necessarily hate the movie. I can kind of have guilty pleasure fun with F9 to an extent. Like when me and AJ watched it,
We
we
watched that movie
laughed.
twice, bro.
We did watch that movie twice. And we laughed our asses off both times we watched it. Yeah, man. Next one. Ooh, I don't know what happened here.
Uh-oh.
My protector has a dent in it. I don't know where that came from. The steelbook doesn't have a dent, so that's all that matters. Uh,
What the protector's for?
the Indiana, yeah, right. The Indiana Jones steelbooks so far. So we got Raiders of the Lost Ark, and then we got Temple of Doom. I am getting these steelbooks because I never bought the set because that set is expensive and the packaging is. Uh, I do like the steelbooks though. I know everyone. What? Yeah, I like the steelbooks. Sue me. Um, I like these steelbooks too though. I like that these have the original art.
The books are dope.
Um, I've seen Raiders once before I rewatched it a couple weeks ago. It's not my thing. I'm sorry. I don't really love Raiders like that.
Get out the
It's
torches and
yeah,
pitchforks.
yeah. It's good. The action is good. Harrison Ford is amazing, but I find this movie kind of boring. This one I love. I love this movie. I'm gonna be that person. I haven't seen Last Crusade yet, but I'm probably gonna be that person that says, "Yeah, Temple of Doom is my favorite one." I absolutely love this movie from start
Music
to
to
end,
my ears. Music to my ears, man.
and I will be buying Last Crusade and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Which, thank you, Paramount, for announcing Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Finally, getting the steelbook. I was gonna be very pissed if we only got the first three and not Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. That would have been whack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Why would you want Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? Because I want it. Okay,
To
leave me alone.
complete the collection.
Exactly. Leave me alone.
That movie's actually not that bad.
It's not. Speaking of why would you want that? It's Marvin time, baby. Yes, sir. Uh yes. It is Morbin time indeed in the Mind of a Nerd studio. Yes, it is. Um, I'm not mad that I have this because the steelbook is fire
I'm mad that you have it.
and this movie is fucking hilarious for all of the wrong reasons. This is, in all honesty, this is one of the worst Marvel movies ever. I cannot believe we sit in 2022 and say that a Marvel movie like this exists. You know, I thought the last time that we were ever going to see a movie like this was Fan Four Stick, and this is worse than Fan Four Stick in my opinion because
I agree.
the first half of Fan Four Stick isn't that bad.
Mm-hmm.
This is just bad from start to end. It has really bad acting. Matt Smith carries this whole movie. Has some of the worst CGI this year and some of the worst CGI ever. I thought I was watching Daredevil or Catwoman. It's bad. And one of the worst, if not the worst, superhero third act I've ever seen in my life because it's just a, a mess. And it's a movie that feels like a studio movie where it feels like things are cut out which things were cut out because I went into the trailer and counted like at least 15 to 16 scenes that were not in the movie. I don't know, man. I enjoy laughing at how bad this movie is, but it's a bad movie, and I don't understand how there's people out there that genuinely like this movie, like on a serious level. They'd say, "No, I like Morbius. Morbius is good." And I'm like,
I
okay,
mean, people say the same thing about Let There Be Carnage. So
yeah, yeah. Yes, it can. Robert Pattinson should step out of the way and make way for Jared Leto, the new Batman. Yes. Interstellar is my favorite Nolan movie. So good. I hope that I really like it. My favorite Nolan movie right now is The Dark Knight, and then my second one is Tenet, which I know everyone. What? Yes, I love Tenet.
that is very. I don't think I knew that. Wow.
We did. I told you that a couple times.
No, I know you love the movie, but I didn't know it was that high on the ranking.
Tenet and Inception are tied. I like them pretty much about the same.
Okay.
I would need to see Inception again to figure out how I feel about it. Because I the same way I felt watching Tenet for the first time is how I felt watching Inception for the first time. I didn't understand I understood Inception a little bit more, but I didn't understand most of it. I was like, I don't get this, but I love it.
Okay.
Doesn't feel like Daniel Espen. Yeah, you're right. He came out and said that like a couple days after the movie came out. He was like, yeah, there's things in here that were definitely cut. And there were things that the fucking studio put in that are not in the movie, like fucking Raimi Spider-Man on a fucking poster, which isn't even a fucking poster. It's a screenshot from the game. Oh my god. Sony, bro.
Screenshot from the game, bro.
All right.
2018 game.
Let's hit these box sets, and then we get AJ's movies, and then we are out of here. This is my first Criterion. The Before trilogy. I took advantage of the Criterion set. I still might buy one more Criterion. I don't know. We'll see. Mm-hmm. But this set is always like $100, so I took advantage and bought it for $50. These movies better be fucking good.
Bro, you blind bought that trilogy.
Bro, because it's always $100. It's always $100, bro.
You should have got the Godzilla set.
And I didn't want to import it. And I have those movies already. I don't really want to buy those movies again. Oh, I know what you're talking about. No, I don't want those movies because I didn't really love the original first Godzilla like that. I thought it was okay. This is the one Criterion I've always has my eye out on. This and the other one that I bought. I do like the set. I do. I love the art on each of these. It's before sunrise, before sunset, and then before midnight. These are supposed to be the greatest romance movies of all time, which I wanted these because I remember a discussion we had a while ago, like way back, where we were like, what's everyone's favorite romance movies other than Titanic? Yeah. And we were like,
struggling.
So and we couldn't even say rom-coms either, because now if someone I'd be like, rom-coms, Crazy Stupid Love is fucking great. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm very happy to have this, and I hope they're good.
I'm proud of you, man, venturing out.
If you do buy another Criterion, I recommend 7 Samurai, 12 Angry Men. 12 Angry Men is fantastic.
12 Angry Men is really good.
I did the play in 7th grade, and then we watched the movie. That was awesome. I've never seen 7 Samurai.
7 Samurai is good, but I have a hot take. It is too long. Movie's too long. It's like 3 hours, 3.5 hours or something like that.
What did you think? We'll be waiting for
you have to do them like that.
It's all fun and jokes in the Mind of a Nerd studio, man. What did y'all think about the movie? That's a spoiler for Nope.
Oh yeah, that is a spoiler for no. And we already talked about that.
Yeah, that was a great scene, and I liked that. That was fine. Oh yeah, it was a good scene though. Next box sets. I have a steelbook in here too because I wanted to show them all at the same time. This is the Matrix. The Matrix. Oh shit.
Oh,
The Matrix franchise. So Jason Carr sent me this, the Matrix trilogy. This was only $20 during Prime Day. I was like, I cannot miss out on this. And then I went ahead and bought Matrix Resurrection on the Steelbook because this was only $1 more than the slip, and I really don't like the slip. And I really like the Steelbook. I do. It's basic, yes, but I like it. I'm very happy to own all four Matrix movies, even though this is a steamy pile of shit. Um, but I will go on a limb and say this is my favorite franchise that I own on 4K in terms of quality because all four of these movies look fantastic on 4K. And I can't really be mad that I own these on 4K because, well, I've grown to actually really like this trilogy. The first one is a classic. Reloaded, Reloaded's okay.
that's weird. Yeah, yeah. You're growing.
It's
It's
okay.
growing on you.
It's okay. I
Yo,
don't
we gonna
hate
watch it
it.
again, and you're gonna love it.
I
We
I
gonna
do
watch
want to watch it again. It's just it's okay.
it. Okay,
Revolutions I really like.
Revolutions is great.
I really like Revolutions a lot. You know, the first hour isn't great, but when it gets going, it gets going. And that
Mhm.
people that tell me Smith and Neo in the third act isn't good, I don't know what you're smoking, bro. That shit is awesome. I don't think I'm gonna have this experience. I'm sorry.
Me either. I can't relate.
We're gonna watch this movie next week. I think we're gonna hate this movie even more. The first time I watched this movie, it felt like I was watching The Last Night but light. It felt like a kick in the nuts. I just
Did you watch that twice, or you just watched it
no,
once?
no.
Okay,
I've only seen this once.
I watched it back to back.
The next thing, which I didn't want to put the Blu-ray, so I put the box sets, even though it's not really a box set. This is my second Criterion, Night of the Living Dead, the original George A. Romero classic. Um,
That's the Blu-ray.
yeah,
Okay,
which I'm pissed. Now it's got a fucking 4K coming out.
got a fork.
They literally, I got this, and like I think the same day I got it, they announced, "Oh yeah, it's getting a 4K."
The Blu-ray will be fine, bro. You don't need that movie on 4K.
I
Have you
know.
seen that movie?
No.
You might not like that movie, bro.
I do like this
I hope you
Criterion
do.
though. I really like this
I like the
Criterion. I
packaging.
like the packaging.
That's
It comes
awesome.
with a really cool poster.
Let's see the
Uh,
poster.
I mean, it's just it's nothing special. It's the girl from the. Oh, it's upside down.
That's cool.
Looks like Emma Roberts on a bad day. Didn't Emma
Did you
Roberts
talk
just
about
get casted in something? No, it's just a shit ton of credits.
Okay. I think she did. I think Emma Roberts did just get cast.
Oh, the Madam Web shit.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let me get the balloons and streamers for Madam Web. Let's see how bad this one turns out. I'm convinced they're gonna make that movie like Birds of Prey, bro. I'm convinced in the sense that it's like an all-female cast, and they're just gonna like, I don't know, just go wild with it. That's the vibe that I'm getting from that movie, from the cast. The last thing that I got was the Transformers 5 movie collection on 4K. Again, another Prime Day deal. This was $30, marked down from like 60. I could not pass this up. I guess I'm coming to a realization that I've never came to before. I kind of love this franchise. Uh, I don't love all the movies. 3 is my favorite by a landslide. The first one is okay. I kind of find it overrated at this point because everyone is like, "Oh, the first one is good. The other ones suck." And me and AJ watched Revenge of the Fallen, and we enjoyed Revenge of the Fallen more than the first one.
The first one, yeah.
Which I know everyone. What? Yes, I
Torches and
genuinely
pitchforks again.
feel that way. Uh, I don't hate Age of Extinction. That's the one that everyone is like, oh, that's just fucking terrible. I've heard people say Last Night is better than Age of Extinction. Yowza. Um, Age of Extinction is okay. I like Age of Extinction, and The Last Night is my least favorite movie of all time. I don't think a single movie makes me more angry, makes me want to pull my hair out and just I can't even look at it. I can't even look at it, both figuratively and literally, because it give me a fucking aneurysm just looking at it with the amount of times the aspect ratio changes. But
Like
I can
50
say that it
times in
looks good
one
on It
scene.
looks good on 4K. I will say this: the most of these movies look good on 4K. I would say Revenge of the Fallen and the first one don't look that great, but Dark of the Moon looks really good. Age of Extinction looks pretty good, and The Last Night looks really good on 4K. But that is all my physical media. We're gonna let AJ go and share his physical media.
Okay, I'm gonna be kind of quick. I'm gonna go kind of quick with these.
Take your time, bro.
Um,
It's already late. We
so
know.
I got the Northman. I didn't get this day one, but I ended up finding it. Well, actually, I went to Best Buy. They didn't have it, so I ordered it online, and yeah, the Northman on 4K. I have yet to watch it on 4K, but I have high hopes for it. The movie looked really
Mm-hmm.
good in the theater. Then I picked up one of my favorite sci-fi films of all time, Edge of Tomorrow, on 4K. That just got a release on 4K, so I picked that up. Then I got Everything Everywhere All at Once on 4K. I really like this slip. I do like the slip that you got too, but I
If we
just went
were,
ahead and got the
if I
regular
was going
standard.
to, if I was going to Cleveland,
Mm-hmm.
I would have brought mine and we would have traded. I would have been like, here, you take the insert of mine, and then I'll give you give me yours. That way we can have the alternate covers.
Oh yeah, that would have been dope. That definitely would have been dope.
Because that's what I want. I want that insert under my slipcover.
Yeah. I would rather have the slip cover that you have and the insert that I have.
Mm-hmm.
Because the insert is dope. But next I got Downton Abbey, A New Era. I love this
A
show.
new era.
So I had to pick up the 4K for the new movie. And then I
I
got
saw
three
this
anime.
box set in Target where it's like
Yeah,
it's this huge thing, and it's like it's DVD, which sucks, but
it's DVD only.
uh, it's the
The whole
show, and I
show,
think it's only the
the
first
movie.
movie.
Yep. It's like a blue box with
I was like, damn, this thing is
golden.
huge.
Yeah, I was gonna get that, but it's DVD. So I just got the Blu-ray set for the film. So
Whoa, making a rare
Jennifer,
appearance.
Jennifer,
What's going
what's
on,
up?
man?
What's up?
You missed
Then
the whole review, but yeah, go see Nope. You're gonna love it.
then I picked up some anime
Uh,
films.
uh
I'll let you read that. I will let you
I
read
hate
that first.
Revenge of the Fallen so much. I hate Revenge of the Fallen. The action's pretty good, but my god, the dialogue, yeah, the humor stuff, yeah. I enjoy it because the action it gets going better and the pacing's better.
Yeah, the pacing is better in that
The
film.
North, the Northman is a dark movie. Yes, it is. What
Hmm.
do you guys think the movie of the year so far? Top Gun.
The Batman for me.
I think I missed the
Top
whole
Gun was
review.
number
You
three.
did make the whole review. Yeah, we're doing physical media now. But yeah, we really liked it. Well, I really liked it. AJ liked it. It was
Hmm.
good though.
Yep.
Proceed.
I picked up some anime films. I got Weathering with You, which me and Tyler are supposed to watch. Um, and this is physical media and friendly reminder. Uh, we got Your Name on Blu-ray as well, and then I got Bell. I have seen Your Name, but I haven't seen Weathering with You or Bell. Man, that looks good.
That's in
It
the
looks
protector.
good.
I'm
Yeah,
being look.
yeah.
Oh,
Look at that. That's beautiful. I
I
love
bought
that.
this with the intent of watching it, not watching it. I
We'll get
actually
to
tried
it.
watching it once, and then I fell asleep
Oh
because
yeah,
it was late.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that for sure. But I also picked up In the Heights for
In
$10.
the Heights.
My
Oh,
boy
Jennifer about to go
Tyler,
crazy. She loves that movie.
sent me the link. He said, "Yo, In the Heights is $10. That's what I've been waiting for." So I went ahead and picked
Yeah,
up
I
In the
knew that.
Heights on 4K.
I knew that was the one where it's been up. Yep, let's go.
Like 5 minutes later, I sent you the confirmed
Mhm.
confirmed purchase. Then I got Jaws on 4K.
I thought you had
Awesome.
that already.
I got it like maybe in the end of May, maybe the end
Hmm,
of May, beginning of June, and I got it with Top Gun. So
nice.
on 4K.
Yeah,
Then
everyone bought Top Gun before Maverick came out.
yeah, I think I got it after Maverick came out.
I
After I
feel
saw
like
Maverick.
everyone and their mommy bought Top Gun before Maverick came out.
I had it on Blu-ray already, but then I was like, after I saw Maverick, I was like, let me get the first one on 4K. I
It
really
looks good
wish it
on
had the
4K.
slip cover. It does. I really wish it had the slip cover, but it's all right. And then I picked up Van Helsing. My boy John suggested it. He said it's not a good movie, but it's kind of a guilty pleasure. And I was like, I'm looking for a guilty pleasure, something I can have fun with. And I actually really liked it. I did it on my 24-hour movie marathon. I watched it, and it was good. I liked it. And then last but not least, I picked up Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 3 on 4K with the new slip covers. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, wait, no. I got one last thing. I picked up The Graduate on Criterion for the Criterion sale. And I want to pick up Raging Bull and Some Like It Hot on Criterion, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that in July. We only got like one more week in July, so
I want the Uncut Gems one, but I don't know if I want to buy it because I don't know if I want to double dip on that movie. But I really like the packaging on the Uncut Gems one.
yeah, it's some nice packaging. I do already own it, and I don't absolutely love that movie, so I have no desire to rewatch that movie. To be honest, I don't really think I'm gonna rewatch it anytime soon. The soundtrack for In the Heights on CD, nice. Top Gun was fire. Yep, yes it was.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
It's okay. We're all entitled to our wrong opinion.
All right, we are gonna get out of here because my internet is going off the walls right now. So we're gonna get out of here. You can find AJ on Instagram, YouTube, the same thing right there. AJ reacts to.
Jay reacts
He
to
does movie reviews, watch alongs, snacks. Can't
snacks.
forget the snacks.
Can't forget the snacks.
Um,
Gotta
you
figure out
know,
what I'm gonna do next for the snacks.
you guys know where to find me, man. Mind of a Nerd, obviously on here and on Instagram. Um, Tomorrow will be my written review for Nope, and then next week we'll be starting a review series that I'm very much looking forward to. That I cannot wait to start, leading up to probably my most anticipated movie for the rest of the year. I kind of gave it away, but oh well. Thank you to everyone who stopped by. If you're catching this on the replay, please leave a like and subscribe. The next video will probably be a Baby Driver watch
Baby
along.
Driver, yes. I'm so pumped.
When these guys get back from what they have going on this weekend, we'll try to figure something out for next week because I want to do that watch along.
Yes.
And if a certain someone who will not be named was available this week, we could have done that watch along. I'm not
Hey,
pointing
what,
fingers.
I mean, what you want me to do, man? What you want me to do?
It's all right. We'll keep you guys updated on the Baby Driver watch along. That's definitely going to be the next watch along that I do, though. I'm very much looking forward to that. But thank you to everyone who was in chat. Thank you, Jennifer, Luke, Movies and Trains, Lawrence Greer, Jason. I don't want to forget nobody. I don't want to forget nobody. Caveman, Emmett, Alex, other Jason.
Lawrence Greer, I forgive you for that statement about the Batman. I forgive you. Okay.
Thank you guys so much, and everyone have an absolute great night. I love you all. Peace out.